Is your business built to make money or just to look professional? One subcontractor came to me with all the right systems: job costing software, document control, project management systems. It looked clean, it sounded sharp. But when I looked into the company, projects were delayed, supervisors were buried in paperwork, cash was coming in late, and gangs were standing, waiting on materials. They'd copied everything from their main contractor client, except their revenue. And the other thing was, that client wasn't making big money either. They thought, if we run our business like them, we'll get taken more seriously. We'll win more tenders, we'll look like a big player. But here's the truth. Most main contractors don't have big margins. They have big overhead, big systems, big departments. And the truth about most of those departments, they aren't measured by output. They're measured by box ticking. So when a subcontractor tries to copy that setup, they take on the red tape without the resources to handle it. This business was sharp on site, but their systems were choking them. A tender needed multiple approvals. People sat in meetings just to contribute, asking questions no one needed answered. Payment applications went in late every month because the process was so slow and complicated. Supervisors were driving to site just to fill out forms. Material orders were stuck, waiting for sign-off. Gangs were standing, doing nothing. They paid a lot of money for software, then kept using every feature just because they'd paid for it. And every time the client updated their process, they adopted it, no questions asked. They were reacting to the client systems, not building their own. So ask them one question: how does this help you get paid faster or finish the job sooner? There was silence. Sometimes all it takes is someone new, someone outside the company, to ask, why are we doing this? What's the point of this step? They had built a business that looked great on paper, but it couldn't move fast when it counted. Every decision was slow, every task took longer than it should have, and no one owned the outcome. So here's how we rebuilt the business around speed, ownership, and delivery. First of all, we simplified tender approvals. Only people with actual sign-off authority were included. Everyone else was removed from the process. There was no more meetings for the sake of appearances. Second of all, we empowered the supervisors. They could make decisions under a limit without calling head office. That meant faster action, fewer phone calls, more accountability. Then we cleaned up the payment application process. We ditched all these convoluted steps. We rebuilt a simple checklist to ensure complete info, on time and every time. Now applications were submitted on time, not late. This meant that payments came in on time. Then we fixed the ordering system. No more approvals for every cable tie. We set a thresholds. If there's urgent materials for site, they can be approved instantly. But big orders, they have to be quickly escalated to decision makers. This meant gangs had what they needed, when they needed it. Then we decluttered the software. We turned off a number of the platform's features. Just because the system can do something doesn't mean it should. We kept what helped delivery, and we dropped what slowed it down. And we installed decision filters. Every new process had to pass the output test. Does this step help us finish faster or get paid sooner? So what changed? The tender approval time was cut in half. Payment applications were consistently issued on time. Standing time on site was reduced. Supervisor time spent on admin was cut by 40%. And material delays were almost eliminated. And what happened to their profit? It grew steadily because they stopped losing money on the basics. They finally had a system that helped them move faster, not slower. This subcontractor was sharp. They didn't need saving. They just needed to stop copying systems built for someone else. Main contractor systems are built for control, for reporting, for visibility, not for productivity, and definitely not for margin. So here's the bottom line. Don't copy systems built for bureaucracy. Build systems that serve your gangs, your project managers, and your bank account. Always start with one question. How does this help us finish faster? If it doesn't, strip it out. You don't need more process. You need fewer barriers between you and the money. So if you want help simplifying your construction systems, Reach out to me today.